just pretend.
Hello and welcome to Temtalk, a podcast about the creature collection MMO Temtem. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, let me redo that. Hello and welcome to Milk Talk, a podcast about the wonderful world of milk production. And no, I'm kidding. I'm Presby Kennedy. I'll be the host for tonight, joined by Gaijin Boo and special guest Millarz. As always, let's let our guests go first. Millarz, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. My heart started beating when we went live, like more than normal, but that's cool. How are you?
I'm right there with you. I'm always like so incredibly excited to do like a Tim Talk episode. And you know what? I've got thoughts on the web camera situation. I'm looking at it now on the stream, and maybe I'll set it up like yeah, no, it's from how I set it up. I scaled it up, so I might finagle with it through the episode. Anyways, less of the technical stuff behind the scenes. Gaijin, how are you doing?
I'm doing.
You're doing?
Not too bad. Work was pretty busy. It's always crazy busy this time of year for my main job because, we deal with cell phones and it's the new iPhone launch, so it's always ridiculous.
Oh, that's why you're so passionate about cell phones when we were talking on the post show the other day.
I love cell phones. I've been into technology my whole life, but cell phones, I'm kind of a bit obsessed. It's bad.
All right, Apple, give this home skillet a raise right here. Gaijin was like,
I know, Dragoon. Cat will come, I promise.
Gaijin was so like passionately talking to me and Bonlin the other night about cell phones, and I was just like, there's a fire in this home skillet, and it's ignited, and it's burning for human liberty.
You said something. I've never heard that before.
All right, let's get into Tim Talk. Let's get into Temtem news. It's been a fantastic week. Pretty slow news week, but all in all, I think it's like a pretty nice week for the community. And let's start off with SciPark this week. So this is where I'd put my sound clip if I wanted to play a sound clip. Or you know what? He sent me the sound clip. What is this one that he normally plays with? Clumps? Here we go. There we go. All right, let's jump into our Temtem news for the week, and I will move this over to my other screen. All right, so SciPark this week. SciPark this week was pretty nice and free Tim. We had 50 releases for Sci cards, 120 releases for 2 Weakener Lemons, and 190 releases for 2 Brink pink dies. Lots of pink dies lately. 410 releases for Telomere hacks. Glad to see Telomere hacks coming back to free Tim. How do you guys feel?
It's been a little bit, hasn't it?
Well, it's 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's 2 weeks is a lot for telomere hacks. They're one of the rarest commodities in the game.
Well, they did have telomere hacks 2 weeks ago, but they were at a lower tier. So this is the first, this is telomeres back at their 400 tier, which
that's pretty standard.
I hate that 400 tier.
To be honest, I haven't done free Tim in months.
Oh,
1 month, I guess.
I don't do free temp for myself. I do free temp for other people. So for me, I'm just right there doing that for other people. So I will be doing it this week. It'll probably be the first time I played Temtem in a little while, to be honest.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been taking a little bit of a break. Genshin Impact has my life at the moment, and
you mean Waifu Wisher?
No.
Waifu Wisher 3000.
Breath of the Waifus.
There we go. I'm down. I'm down with it. Yeah, for me,
the waifu fan art.
Yeah, true.
I'm sure it exists.
For me, for the weekly, or rather for the free Tim this week, I have been knocking out my free Tim really, really well. I did 100 releases already this morning, so I'm just trucking straight through this one. And we're getting dies. This is fine. We've got some news, I guess, that we'll discuss later. Well, not news, but just discussion from the weekly mix that we'll discuss later in the show.
Kennedy's also retiring.
No. Gosh. Imagine how scumbag of a move that would be. Like, I start a PvP league and I promise players like weeks of PvP competition, and then it's just like, all right, we had 2 days, good run, everybody, we're done.
Yeah.
Collect your
Yeah.
pansons and see yourselves to the door.
Just takes all my competitive Tems and Lumas and walks away from everything.
Yeah,
See ya,
that's
suckers.
that's pretty much the goal. I almost, you know what? We'll get into that later. Let's finish Park. All right,
Yeah.
so Park this week we had 7 cards for 2,800 pansons, and then we had Magnus with a 70% appearance rate and 3 times Luma rate, which is crazy good. And then we had 60% appearance rate for Orifil, 3 times Luma rate, and 15% egg move, which is really good because Orifil has a bunch of egg moves. How do each of you feel about the Park?
I didn't even realize last time Orifil was in the park, it was like 8% egg tech, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like super low. And Orifil had like Bark Shield, Narco Hit, and then like one more I'm forgetting.
Yeah, the
Photosynthesis
15%
like
is
that? I
a
don't
lot
remember.
better. What's Orifil's spawn in the wild?
I think it's 40% normally.
Okay, so a slight increase there too. So it's more like a 3.5 times increase in Luma chances.
My first thought about this week was it's kind of like a meh week because the rate's pretty low. But then again, the 3 times isn't bad.
Yeah.
Also, though, I already have both of these Lumas, so it's still kind of a meh week for me.
Hold on.
Well, it gives you more time to do the free time, make some money off it.
I made a note specifically of how Vonlin felt about this. Of Orifil's one of his favorite Tims and one that he's been unable to get as a Luma. So let's tune into Vonlin real quick. All right. I don't know if anybody else could appreciate that other than me. We'll play it one more time. That's how I imagine Vonlin's out there Luma hunting right now.
I bet you Vonlin's not even Luma hunting. Vonlin abandoned us all, including Temtem. Vonlin's just gone. Ceased to exist.
I saw week to retire.
I saw a lot of people pretty hype about Orifil coming in at like 3 times Luma rate, because it is pretty nice to have it at like the 3x rate, and then it's just barely above what it spawns in the wild. So just if people are Luma hunting Orifil, they're gonna have a little bit easier of a time. But there was a lot of discussion back and forth over like this Park week.
Wes says that Orifil is max 75% counter.
Orifil is max 75% encounter.
Wait.
Oh yeah, there are
drop it 5%.
Yeah, there are multiple, I guess, places to farm Orifil. The one I was thinking about was the Orifil Mushi Blues patch is like the only time I ever encounter Orifil in the wild, and so I forgot. Like, yeah, there are other grasses.
Training, right?
One more time.
For TV training, right?
Yeah. Yep. For TV training, that is their whole purpose in life. It's like, what is my purpose? Yeah, your purpose is to give speed TVs.
That's it.
All right, let's move on because I don't think either of you are gonna like be spending much time in Park this week.
I might actually. I kind of want to find a Luma to give away.
Oh yeah, that is always fun. I have a couple to give away right now. Okay, so the
now on stream.
Well,
let's go.
Not
let's
now.
Go.
You
guys heard it. Kennedy's giving away Lumas right now.
Actually, I am giving away a Luma at midnight today.
Oh, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, wait. Before we jump into the rest of the news, this is my scrub hosting skills coming in. Millarz, I didn't give you a chance to explain who you are and what you do.
Okay.
Do you want to take an opportunity and before you do, I guess like I'll give you like a small introduction. So before we go on with the rest of the news, everybody, we have a special guest, Millarz, and she was able to introduce herself at the top of the show. But Millarz is a pretty fantastic content creator. She's actually found a way to beat like the biggest boss in the online world, like the YouTube algorithm. I had no idea who Millarz was, but YouTube recommended a video to me, and I was like, how is she getting like the algorithm to recommend videos? And she makes Temtem Content on YouTube, and it's really funny. It's really helpful and insightful, and I was just like, we had to have her on the show, and we had to talk about like what is to be like a content creator in Temtalk. I don't want to just like I guess inflate your sales, but Millarz, if there's anything you want to say and about yourself, you are beyond welcome to.
Oh my gosh, that is way better than I would have described myself. Thank you. I wouldn't say I'd beaten the YouTube algorithm. I did research it before I started the channel though, so that's definitely helped. I make how-to guides on luma hunting and breeding and other things. I made a video on making houses or something like that. I also started doing some humor videos, which people like. YouTube hates it, but people like them, so I'm gonna keep doing it anyways.
Yeah, I saw the Kinu one today that you put out. If you're comfortable, maybe we can share it later in the show. Maybe we'll just like discuss it or talk about it in the post show.
Yeah,
but
you can show it, sure.
Do you want to? Well, we'll plug at the end of the show, so you can give a chance to like link your YouTube channel. But yeah, so that is Millarz. She is joining us today, and we are super grateful for having her on the show. As far as the next piece of news, they announced the karaoke contest winners. They announced the karaoke.
It was me.
Did you enter?
Congratulations, Gaijin.
I
did it.
I entered. I don't think Gaijin entered. I think Gaijin's blowing smoke. Did you really enter, Gaijin?
Yeah, I won.
No, you did not win. You did the winners posted on their Twitter. So I'll pull up the tweet right now.
I'm the secret winner. They messaged me privately because they didn't feel like if they announced me as the winner, they'd feel like they were playing favorites and.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
that makes
I'm
me
the
feel
real champion.
That makes me feel better about myself because I was thinking I came in third place because they only announced the top two, but. And Millarz, you entered the karaoke contest too.
Yeah, I did.
So
my singing was.
You know what? I watched friend of the show Shintigami practicing for his karaoke entry, and I love Shintigami. Shintigami is a wonderful person. Had him on, always fun to shoot.
Shintigami, the Genshin Impact / Destiny 2 streamer, right?
Yeah, always fun to shoot the crap with Shinty. But like, I was watching Shinty stream, and I was like, I got this. If it's like, if this is the caliber of people entering, if this is the caliber of people entering the karaoke contest, I'm about to blow the pants off of Damien. And then, and then I saw your video, Millarz, on YouTube, and I was like, well, I lost.
Rip.
Well, so did I. That's okay.
Yeah, I actually haven't listened to the I haven't listened to either of the winners. Do you both want to listen to them on stream?
Sure, I've listened to them, but we can listen to them again.
Okay.
Lunar Dusk is trying to reclaim song request. Millar's Temtem Up.
Oh my gosh, there's just one person on my stream that requests it over and over and over again. I'm just like,
just make it a one-time per stream thing.
I did. He's
call.
good about that now.
Good call.
All right, so I'm going to pull up the first, or I guess we'll listen to second place first, and then we'll listen to half of second place, and then we'll listen to all of first place. Like, is that fair, or should we listen to all of both of them? Or I guess we should just listen. Okay,
I mean, maybe not the whole thing, because if it's the whole song, that's twice we're listening to the whole song.
Yeah, let's just
30
listen.
seconds of each.
Yeah, let's just listen to the first one. Let's listen to the first one in completion. Is that fair?
No.
Okay, fine. 30 seconds of each. Animated...
Because we can provide links to them in our YouTube description for the people that would like to go hear them completely, and for here in chat they can go check it out on Twitter. Just because that's what, like 4 or 5 minutes of people singing while we listen.
Okay, all right. So we'll listen to the first 30 seconds of the first one, and then we'll listen to this first 30 seconds of the second one, and then the first 30 seconds.
It's
of the
a podcast,
first one.
not a silent concert.
All right, here we go. Both of you are going to have to pull it up on your own because I'm not going to play it through.
I'll listen to it later.
Sure.
Oh, that's so loud.
You are deafening everyone. Rip.
There we go.
Becoming a Temtem tamer, exploring this world of wonder. It's time to pick our starter and Temtem up. We're ready for it. Our journey begins. The squad is prepared for the win. Never let the fear control your thoughts. The strength will carry your soul. Let's focus our minds to fight from the heart. We'll never give up. This journey will challenge us. We'll struggle to find and beat them all.
All right. I'm gonna pause it there. I love it. Wonderful. Okay.
Oh,
Second place, right?
damn.
Yeah, that was second place. I like his.
Yeah.
I like the little features he
Oh.
did of chorusing with himself.
That was second place you guys listened to? I listened to first place just then, and wow.
All right.
Totally,
Here goes.
totally deserved. Totally
Yeah.
deserved.
All right, let's go to first place. Here's first place.
Thanks, Muzz.
All right, let's do this.
Becoming a Temtem tamer, exploring this world.
Oh man, my audio is bugging out. Well, if you're listening to the podcast, can you both of you guys still hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear
you.
you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah,
Wonder, it's time to
I was
Scrub
listening to
stream.
the stream. It sounded fine.
Oh, okay, weird. For my stream, it just kind of like started lagging. Okay, let's do it one more time. Let's do it
Millarz
one more
is
time.
Smart.
One more
I
time.
was just listening to the YouTube video.
All right, here we go.
becoming a Temtem tamer, exploring this world of wonder. It's time to pick our starter and Temtem up. We're ready for it. Our journey begins. The squad is prepared for the win. Never let the fear control your thoughts. The strength will carry your soul. Let's focus our minds to fight for the heart. We'll never give up. This journey will challenge us.
Hey,
All
this
right.
isn't about you.
I know,
This
I
isn't
know.
your time.
It's my jam. It's my jam
That's
spelled
on my time.
MAH. My jam.
What?
That ma as in like my. I don't
Oh,
know.
gotcha.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
no, I figured it out quickly.
All right. So yeah,
Lovely.
that was the karaoke contest winners. Shout out to Greenie Pika who won the contest and Animated Artisan who came in second place. Both of those submissions were like really well done. How do you guys feel about like I guess Krima doing competitions like this? Do you want more of them in the future or like less of them in the future?
Heck yeah, this was super
More?
fun.
I think they need to do more stuff to interact with the community. I mean, this was a really cool idea, and I'd love to see them continue it. And you know, it's a really good start. Hopefully, you know, with like Drawtober, I still really want to see like the draw, like, you know, like them taking drawings from people and like doing contests for like surfboard designs or t-shirt designs or something, or cosmetic designs. I think it'd be super cool.
Yeah, and seeing
Yeah,
them
that'd be
implemented in the
awesome.
game. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like what if like these winners appeared in game as like NPCs? Just I don't know. There is a Hollywood type business inside of Temtem of like the movie business. Be fantastic to see them as like stunt doubles or something on one of the sets. But
That would be so cool.
Or just you know, have them like play over the radio in the stores from time to time.
oh yeah.
Not all the time, because you know, the same song over and over and over and over and over and over and over might be a little much, but
Yeah,
you
tell
know.
me about it.
So Millarz, I know you've listened to your recording quite a bit. Do you want us to play it on the podcast, or would that
Yeah,
rather be
sure,
like a
go
first
for
show
it.
thing? Okay.
I'll
Let
just be here.
me. All right, let's pull up Millarz, and then we'll move on from the karaoke contest. I had a lot of fun recording mine and jumping into like just I don't know, it's not normally content I do, but it was like really like I guess I don't want to say liberating, but it's just kind of fun for my audience and the people that interact with me to like see this other side of just like
Wait,
yeah,
it's public? I
my
wanna see
video.
it.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, if you watch my live streams, it's on my live streams. I can play mine.
Okay.
Mine is pretty garbage compared to everybody else's.
Yeah, players. Sure, it's
Not
not
as
garbage.
garbage as mine. Mine
All
doesn't
right.
exist because I knew it would be bad.
Do I do mine before Miller's, or so I can set the bar low?
Set the bar
Let's
low.
Miller's is like really well done. I didn't put any effort into mine, so I'm gonna go with the good one, and then I'll go with the bad one. So here we go. Let's go Temtem up. And you can see I was actually like, I listened to your cover for a little bit too. So as soon as YouTube decides that, okay, here we go. Let's try this one more time. All right. So this is Miller's cover of the karaoke.
No one. Must says group live rendition. Oh gosh.
Group live rendition.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, Muzz.
I love all the extra editing you put into it.
Thanks. Oh, is it playing now?
It is.
Exploring this world of wonder. It's time to pick our starter and Temtem up. We're ready for it. Our journey begins. This squad is prepared for the win. Never let the fear control your thoughts. Strength will carry your soul. Let's focus our minds to fight from the heart. We'll never give up. This journey will challenge us. We'll struggle to find and beat them all.
Love it. Love it. Like it. Love it. Want to see more of it. All right. All right. Here we go. We'll go since I
that
played
was really, really good, Millarz.
Oh, thank you.
since I played Miller's, I will play mine. Here we go. Because fair is fair, and all things are fair on Temtalk.
Are they?
All things are mostly fair on Temtalk. Where is my video?
Deleted. Violated terms of service for being too sexy.
Oh man, if only. Like maybe that's why I didn't win. Like
Just too much sex appeal.
yeah, let's see. Oh, here we go. Temtem Karaoke. Oh, video. Oh, video. All right. So as you can see, I didn't put any editing into it. I recorded it on a live stream, and then I just cut the footage of my live stream and uploaded it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Button. Well, we don't want to record that far. We'll go back here, and we're just gonna roll. We'll land where we land. The scrub streamer.
So scuffed.
Becoming a Temtem tamer, exploring this world of wonder. It's time to pick our starter and Temtem up. We're ready for it. Our journey begins. The squad is prepared for the win. Never let the fear control your thoughts. The strength will carry your soul. Let's focus our mind. All right, we're done. We're done. We only missed a couple
Magical.
words.
Oh,
we only
God,
missed a couple
make it
words.
stop.
We only missed a couple words.
Kennedy. I mean, you tried. You know, not all of us are born with beautiful singing voices like Miller's, but still.
Aw.
People
You know.
people come to my stream for knowledge, not like artistic
Hype
execution. Yeah.
And positivity.
Hey, that's what I sell to the masses. It's called cocaine. You can. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Confirmed. Temtalk, a mature podcast.
I'm
What's
joking.
up?
I'm joking. All right. So let's move on from the karaoke contest. I think we're all in agreement. It was like a lot of fun, and it would be awesome to have like more stuff like this. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to see like a TikTok contest because I don't have TikTok. But I'd love
neither.
like a little, I don't know, make a dance and then it might get inside the game thing. That would be fun.
We don't need TikTok. We got Temtalk.
Hey, yeah, there we go. Let's have a Temtalk contest. It's going to be a top 3. The people who submit a Temtalk episode next week, and the 3 hosts of it, just get in there. There we go. Get inside the game. All right. Let's move on to our next segment. Since Vonlin is gone. I decided I would stop being a scrub co-host and do this for real. And we brought
What?
back the weekly mix. Yeah. Gaijin, you actually like perfectly timed up with like the weekly mix. The weekly mix soundbite. So the weekly mix is
Damn.
a segment where we go through the Discord. If you are not aware, the devs of this game are really active with the community and just talking and hanging out. And sometimes through these conversations, some very interesting information is revealed, and we go through and we try and pick it out so that people don't have to sift through the hundreds, possibly thousands of messages that are sent each week on the official Discord. So today I picked out 3 posts that were happening in discussion that I thought were that were somewhat interesting to discuss. The first one is a conversation that Suki and Q Angel chimed in on. People were talking about the roadmap and upcoming release dates. And specifically, somebody was holding out on playing through the Temtem storyline until Arbory, so they have like a complete storyline. And one person responded and said, "Winter is the time when Arbory is stated to release, which means between Monday, December 21st, 2020, and Saturday, March 20th, 2021, as long as all is well." And somebody responded, "We managed to get Kiswa during the summer, so I guess that timetable should be fine." Suki, the community manager, chimed in and said, "The future is not looking so bright. Expect delays." And Q Angel chimed in and said, "I only see darkness," to which Suki responded, "We'll communicate this officially at some point, sadly," which I feel like we all kind of knew this was coming of,
Yup.
yeah, I personally in America, we're hitting the 3rd wave of like the coronavirus and things, and at least the region I'm at are potentially going to be shutting down again to kind of like just limit the impact of the wave. So I imagine in other places like around the world too, like this probably having some effect. And it touches the things we love, and one of those things is Temtem, I suppose. I'd be very interested to see what I guess Krima has to say about this officially. But how do you both of you feel about this?
I mean,
I
it was
mean,
expected.
go ahead, Millers.
I was
Sorry.
honestly surprised that Kisuwa came during summer, cause like that's when when COVID just started hitting. Like I guess they grinded through it at home or something, but
Yeah, and they didn't even have time to like upgrade, like employ more people because they really couldn't. And, working remotely, that's rough. you, you did not coordinate nearly as well as a team when you're, not right next to each other working on the same project. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've expected this all along. I've thoroughly expected delays. I mean, this is nothing new to me. I've said it multiple times. I expect there to be delays, and this is why I don't like timelines in the first place. Because people request timelines, they put out timelines, and then people get discouraged when they don't meet those specific deadlines. And it's like things can happen. You can't predict the future. You can say this is going to happen in X amount of time, but anything can happen. It's like trying to make a 5-year plan. Come on. You can't plan out 5 years in your life. I'd like to see you plan out 1 year in your lifetime and have nothing go wrong. Do it. I dare you.
yeah, I mean, I thought there was going to be delays even without COVID, because like there's always delays in gaming.
It's
You
an
can't
ambitious
predict
project.
like a bug that breaks the entire game. Whoops, we have to fix that instead of working on Arbory or whatever.
It's an ambitious project. I mean, game development is not easy, you know? It's easy to look at something and say, "Well, that's simple." No, nothing in code is never simple.
Yeah. I turned my mic down just so I read chat a little bit, so guys tell me if I'm like too low. But I completely agree. Just having to have to work, remotely on this, it slows things down naturally, and then they were just barely meeting their deadlines. And so like if they're just barely meeting their deadlines, if anything else goes wrong, I don't at all, like I didn't at all this doesn't hit me at all as a surprise of just like, oh no, something else slowed them down. So I'm wondering if they're going to reevaluate the timeline and release an updated one, because it is really nice to just have something to look at and just be like, oh yeah, this is kind of what's coming and kind of like when to expect it, even if it's ambitious. I think that that's kind of nice. So that's what I say when I wonder what the official communication will look like.
Yeah.
True,
I'm
yeah.
sure it'll probably be, like other communication we've had. I mean, I expect it to be, similar, but yeah. The whole TM trainer, I only see darkness just reminds me
Q
of
Angel, Q Angel.
oh damn it, sorry, I couldn't remember who it was. We're too far past. Um Hello darkness, my old friend.
Oh yeah.
I love that song.
Me too. Sound of Silence. So good.
All right, so the next piece of the weekly mix we have, Suki was responding to another player, and I'll just read the whole post. She has a comment, and then she quotes what the other player posted, and then responds to it. So, saying it's unplayable is definitely not nice. The game is still the game, regardless of Cypark's configuration that week. And the quote from the player that she quotes is, "What is Krima's vision on Temtem's replayability after early access? All I saw on the roadmap is a list of features that doesn't promise anything on the longevity of the game." And they added Suki, and Suki responds and says, "We have large plans for post-release support," which isn't anything, I guess, that's like super new to us. We've kind of had this information like up in the air, but it's nice to see like the devs still kind of like saying, "Yo, we've got big stuff coming for this game after we release it," because I believe even the development plans for this game are pretty daggone big. Like I just remember when the PS5 and the Xbox whatever the new one
Series
was
X.
announced. Yeah. And I was just like, man, they are ambitious. And seeing that they still have ambitions past, their big ambitions already, makes me really excited. And where do each of you stand on this?
I mean,
Millarz.
I see why people are concerned. Like, it's a game that they love. They don't want it to be ruined. They want the longevity. Like me personally, I want it to have longevity because I'm invested in it content-wise now. Like, if the game dies, then I kind of just die with it. So I'll have to figure out
Rip
something else to
Rip
do.
Millers.
Yeah, Karima, don't mess things up, please.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think. Oh, go
I,
ahead,
I
Gaijin. Go ahead.
it's I know people don't like to compare Temtem and Pokemon, but I think it's really hard not to, because they're, at least for me, the most prominent creature collecting, monster battling games that there are.
Digimon?
I
I'm
mean,
kidding. I'm kidding.
sure,
I'm kidding.
but let's be real. Digimon has changed a lot from the
Okay,
standard monster catching game.
you're gonna say Monster Quest Joker 1 and 2, the biggest ones
No,
in the industry. I'm joking. I'll let you finish.
um, like nobody asks these questions to Nintendo. Nobody expects this. And when Nintendo announced add-on content, people were like, "Well, what the heck? Now we have to buy this extra stuff, even though we just bought the full game." Mind you, those same people would buy the upgraded version that already had the expansion stuff in it later for $60. So, neither here nor there. But like these games, just in general, don't really have a ton of replayability if you are not into this style of game. You catch monsters, you train monsters, you battle people, you Luma or Shiny hunt. Like, those are really the end game for most of these games. And while I do know that they have other ambitions for it, the base concept remains the same. If you don't enjoy catching monsters and trying to get perfect stats or trying to breed perfects or catch shinies or competitive battling, it's going to be the same thing. What is it? Pokemon sold, 20 million plus copies, and there's 5,000 people streaming the game on Twitch or watching it on any given day. Like, it's a very small subset. People buy the game, they beat the game, they catch the ones they like the most, maybe find a shiny if they're really into it, and then stop playing. But
Well,
I think Temtem will add some kind of content that will make people want to come back a little bit more than Pokemon.
I
Because
think
it does have the MMO aspect, and they're probably going to do dailies, weeklies, or events and things like that. But still,
I will agree with you on that, and I'll go a little step further to why I think Temtem is going to just like have a lot more playability than other games in this genre in general, is because of how much effort and care they put into the battle system. Because it's like when nobody looks at like League of Legends and they say, what, all I have, like, all there is that I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my character, I'm going to queue into Summoner's Rift, I'm going to kill people for 40 minutes, I'm going to kill their Nexus, and then it's over. And what, I'm just supposed to do that again? Where's the replayability? Where it's just
Yep.
like the replayability is the interactions you have with other people, and no two people you interact with, is your experience ever the same? And that from all of these different interactions, it just creates content infinitely that is unique to you, and the situations that you're in, and what you go through. And I think like that is probably one of my most favorite things about Temtem, that there's so much care put into the battle system, and that with it, us as a community interacting together can make as much content as we want. Because let's be wholly honest with each other. Like I think Temtem is in one of those, it's in one of those between patches states where a lot of the player base takes hiatuses right now, and there isn't a lot currently being added to the game because the developers are working on new content that's going to be added to it. And with that, though, we as a community have been able to find areas of our game to engage in and create stuff for newer players and existing players to have stuff to do. Whereas I was watching some Genshin Impact streamers, and this might not be like the fairest comparison, but I was watching some Genshin Impact streamers who kind of like grinded to the end of the game, and they're kind of waiting on the next patch, and they're just kind of like, well, what do I do now? I guess I just kind of like run in circles, or do this or this. And there's not really much as a community they could take and do and say like, oh, well, we beat everything in the game, let's make a tournament with our, that you can only use these types of Temtems with like these types of people coming together to do this. And that's my favorite thing about Temtem, is it doesn't really limit how you interact with each other. Whereas right out of the get-go, I can go to the starting area and I can give a new player, one of all of the greatest Temtems that are level 1 perfectly bred out of the gate that they can play through the game with.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ruin the game for some newcomer, make it
No, I'm
a
not.
cakewalk, and then
I'm
ruin their entire experience learning the difficulty level involved, and then it's not just some
I'm
simple
not
game.
I'm not ruining it for people.
Cheating. You're
What
cheating. You're ruining it.
what I am saying is that we're not really limited with how we interact with each other in Temtem, and with that, there's more opportunities to create that dynamic content with our community more so than other games.
I think you have a point with that. Not so much about the battling system, because I think it's not great to say that Pokemon doesn't also take care of its battling system. I think the main limiter, like you said, is the fact that we can actually talk to people. It's an MMO and not just like a single player. You play through the story and then that's it. Now you can like make that tournament that you're making with the students and the professors, and it's a social thing now. Unlike streamers, like I saw in the notes that you're asking why people play this game, or like why do I play this game? And I'm like, huh, I don't really know. Now I play the game because I can talk with people streaming, like both in game and out of game, just Luma hunting or doing something like that. And like Lunar Dusk and I are like talking about making a tournament maybe, which would be super duper hard to do on Pokemon because like you need Nintendo Online, you need to pay extra for that. And here you can just like pop on Discord saying, "Okay, let's do this. Anyone wanna? Sure, let's do it." And
Um,
Pokemon just doesn't have that.
if you're
You know
playing
what?
on
You put it in.
Switch, you probably will still need Nintendo Online. So Temtem would have the
That's
same
true.
same problem once it releases. But before we continue, hold that thought, Kennedy. Pokemon's PvP. is stale. It is not as I don't think it's as healthy as as Temtem. Like their whole chance and like the whole chance factor, the luck chance in Pokemon PvP is just awful. PvP should be about skill, shouldn't be about luck or chance. And also, their meta has been defined for a long time. There's Pokemon that are just good. Those are the only ones people use. Those are the only ones people ever use. They don't shake it up until a new generation comes along, and then there's some good ones. Like you got what's the evolved form of Dreepy? What the heck's its name? Dragapult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that thing came and it's taken over. I mean, yes, they had to wait how many years for a new meta? You know, just their meta is not healthy. People that like PvP and like that will continue to play, but it's just it gets boring. Temtem has talked about doing seasonal change ups where they make different Temtem different, more viable or whatever. And as long as they do that and they actually try to balance and change stuff up so that it's not boring, then that would be amazing. Because that's the problem with Pokemon PvP. It's
I don't
boring. It's the
I don't
same thing
think
all the time.
people truly appreciate like what a balance patch means for a game like this. Of Because we got a balance patch like what 2 or 3 weeks ago, like maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know. It's been anyways, we got a balance patch rather recently, and just the amount of like how much it adjusted and affected and touched the game was absolutely crazy. As
Mhm.
far as bringing so many more Tims into the game that weren't viable, like making them like legitimately Raiken went from like, oh, you're running Raiken as like a cheese strategy because you like Raiken, to, oh my god, Raiken's so good and I probably should first ban it because it's going to tear apart a lot of my team. And every fire Tim, this was the thing that kind of surprised me. Was after talking about this balance patch, we kind of went back and we were like, offhandedly talking about something else. And I was looking through the fire Tims, and every single fire Tim that, obviously is a final evolution has a viable place in the game, except maybe Anahir, but people still find really good and interesting ways to use Anahir. But just about every fire Tim, and Anahir still gets used. So I'm going to put that every fire Tim has a place in the game where it's just like, holy crap, they
Yeah,
balance the game.
but every fire Tem has a place because every water Tem sure does not right now. Poor water Temtem.
And then
Yeah,
there's
that's
wind,
fair.
which still goes unchecked
Yeah,
Yeah.
because wind is the only issue with PvP. I feel like it's just absurd. Also neutral a bit because there's just not enough mental types and there's not enough electric type to counter the wind. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Earth needs to be resistant to wind.
so
It needs to be.
before we get way too far down this rabbit hole, the whole point like that I wanted to bring up though was that like before, the only fire Tim that was being ran was like Mastion on the guy's Deceit Aura teams, and it was barely even good on a Deceit Aura team. And then suddenly, and we have good water Tims, like there are a lot of water Tims that need adjustment, but we do have good water Tims. But the fact that Crimo was able to recognize this, and everybody kind of knew fire was just kind of one of the weaker types, and just with some very concentrated changes on a set number of Tims, we landed in a place where now suddenly every fire Tim, like, it's good to have fire on your team, and it's not a weakness to bring fire on your team anymore. It's good to have double fire on your team now, which is, could you imagine like the day when double fire hadn't been good since, the first month of release. So I just, and
Screw
so
it.
I
Go
say,
crazy. Go pure fire. Nothing but
yeah,
pure fire.
yeah. And I say all that just to say that like, Krema's constant support of this game going into the future, I think we're going to see a very different, monster collection and battling game than we have ever seen before. Because a lot of the times, you're right, Gaijin, like people buy these games, the games get out there, then the developers are like, there, you have it. good job. But to have like a developer take care of their game and actively like manage it and adjust, I I don't know, it just makes me really hyped for the future.
Yeah,
There's
I'm just
never been another Monster Collection game with patches, has there?
no, they
Not that I can
well,
think of off the top of
Nexamon
my head.
Extinction
Oh,
Oh, I heard about
does, but I don't know. Well, so I don't know if the original one does, but I know Nexamon's been getting updates. I think they're adding some kind of multiplayer or something, but yeah. So at first it was a mobile game, the first one or whatever. They ported it to PC, and now they have Nexamon Extinction, which is more based towards PC or whatever. But yeah. And then Kindred Fates probably will in 2023, but that's a long ways away. And
2023. Pokemon, one of the Pokemon games did get patched, but it was more of like a bunch of bug fixing, because I remember when you first bought it, if you got like the downloaded version off the Nintendo store, it would delete other data on your either your Switch or your 3DS whenever you saved it, and then eventually there was a
Huh.
patch,
Yikes.
but it wasn't like a balance patch. So
Yeah.
Speaking of, my Sword and Shield save data is dead. I
oh,
forgot.
rip.
Frickin' Nintendo. Well, Nintendo's like, oh, let's introduce cloud saves. But, by the way, none of our games actually use cloud saves. So if you don't transfer your save files, you're screwed. My Pokemon Sword and Shield save file was moved to my Animal Crossing Switch, but then I sold my Animal Crossing Switch because I just didn't use it that much, and I only used the light that much. But I forgot to move it back. So my Sword
Rip.
and
Oh,
Shield save
that's
file is dead, along with my shinies, my perfects, and all this amazing stuff. Because for some reason they invented cloud saves, but don't actually utilize them on their own games, which is why I love Temtem. I don't have to worry about that. No matter where I go, what I do, Temtem's got my back
Just
because
log into
server
Discord or
side saves.
yeah, Discord or Steam, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're good to
And
go.
server side saves resolves all the problems with Pokemon too. The whole hacking issue where you can't trade with anybody because odds are the shinies and perfects you're getting are fake, hacked Pokemon.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next piece of the weekly mix. Before I do, was there anything else either of you wanted to say on this subject?
I have no idea what we were talking about. We went off on a long tangent, and I think we're a far, far way away from where we started.
The weekly mix, we were talking about Suki saying we have large plans for post-release support. So
Yeah, we're a bit of ways. I'm sorry, podcast.
we'll get back on it. All right. So the final piece of the weekly mix. This one is in Spanish. I actually translated it before the show, but I forgot to write down the translation. Q Angel posted a picture in response to someone else, and the caption Q&A our Q Angel said was "Nadi había visto esto tremendo leak," which was like, wow, you've shown a leak that no one else has seen, or a tremendous, you've posted something no one else has seen, a tremendous leak. uh I don't remember exactly what it translates to, but anyways, Q&A Angel, our Q Angel shared a picture of one of the pyramids in Kiswa that has a work in progress sign in front of it. And the only reason I brought this up is because there's been a lot of discussion and speculation about what the next patch inside of Kiswa will be. And we all thought we were going to get another way to make Pansuns inside the game. And a lot of like that speculation and thought is circling around this pyramid, that whatever that new Pansun scheme is inside of here. And I don't know. I thought it was interesting enough to pull out. I'll throw it to either of you if either of you want to comment on it.
I don't see how you can make money out of that thing. It looks like a new area, like kind of like the snowy biome, except more of a rocky pyramid cave thing. I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
to make of it. Is that in the snowy area?
I think it's in the Tassa Desert. I think it's in the
Yeah.
Tassa Desert. It's got like a little desert around it. Somebody in chat says Pyramid Battle Tower, which that could be
It's
interesting.
kind of a small
Oh.
pyramid. It's a little small. It doesn't. It's a little small. unless it goes down.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
assuming it probably goes down. A lot of things in the desert do.
but like, where is silicon shards and stuff farmed? Like,
Oh,
I can't remember. Did they
Probably
explicitly
Sipanku, I
state?
think.
Is it only in Sipanku? Because I feel like they were also farming it in either Tukma or oh gosh, because I don't know. Maybe it's some type of like you can go and mine or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the other speculation, I didn't add this in, but it was a post from Yoss staring at the lake. I think we covered it on a previous Tim Talk episode. A lot of people think fishing's going to be added to the game too soon, but I'll
How
hold my
many
breath on
pookie
that
can you
one.
catch?
Or I won't hold my breath on that
Pookie,
one.
pookie, 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 pookie.
All right, shall we move on to listener questions?
all right, sure.
Yes.
I don't know what we play for listener questions. Let's go with this one.
Is it the bloop, 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 bloop? I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's the Tim Deck one. I'm going to play this one again, though, because why not? All right, so listener questions. Best part of the show. If you want to write a listener question to the show, you can email us at temtalkshow@gmail.com. We absolutely love having listener questions. We absolutely love discussing whatever is on your mind. That email again is temtalkshow@gmail.com. And we will read your question on air and try and give our best thoughts to it. So our first question tonight comes from Stronkman. Stronkman says, "Hey hosts, I want." Did anybody else want to read this question? Otherwise, I'll just
Sure.
read it. Okay, go for it.
I'll
Gaijin.
read it. Unless the bottom remains true. Because then maybe they can't hear me.
I did notice actually, last week you were quieter than everyone else.
Yeah, Vonlin, the
Yeah.
boomer, turned me down because Vonlin hates that everybody likes my voice and talks about it in his streams, apparently. So Vonlin just makes me quiet.
All right, let's go ahead and mute Gaijin. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go ahead, Gaijin.
All right, so the question is from Strongman. Hey, hosts. I wanted to hear you guys discuss more about a suggestion that Kennedy made in one of the previous episodes. He brought up the Free Temp Society or some other in-game organization could give away a random or specified Luma egg with 1 in 800 Luma odds as a reward for reaching a certain number of releases. I know that a lot of tamers can get frustrated with RNG of getting Luma Temtem, and I thought that this was a great suggestion to mitigate some frustration and keep players interested without giving too much away. Thanks for keeping me in love with the game, Strongman. P.S. Will someone please tell Gaijin to turn his damn mic up?
Darn, it says darn. It says
Yeah, I
darn,
didn't
Gaijin.
swear.
It looks really. When you put the R and the N together, it's an M. Look at it.
Okay,
Look
fair
at it.
enough.
I'm sorry, PG-13 or PG or G-rated podcast.
Oh man, we've had a cocaine joke and we've had a curse word on
It's
there.
PG-13 now.
Yeah, we're PG-13.
Rip viewership.
Anybody want to tackle this one first?
I mean, go ahead, Millers. You're the guest.
Sure. I don't really like the idea. I feel like if I'm Kennedy, I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm kidding. You're good.
No,
But,
it's
like-
perfectly fine to tell Kennedy that his ideas are ridiculous.
I've seen your opinions on Lumas. I do not approve.
Yeah, the one Luma for everybody.
No.
Luma equality.
Get out of here.
Sorry. But like 1 in 800 odds for an egg, I feel like people are just gonna expect an egg or a Luma to come out of it, and when that doesn't happen, they're just gonna get really frustrated. And this kind of like makes it so it's even more unfair because everybody gets a Luma chance, but then those people who actually get a Luma from that egg will be even luckier because they didn't even try for it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than like hunting for it. Hunting for it, you try for it. You actually put in the work. So if you get a Luma, like you earned it. This one, you just kind of get a Luma egg, and if you got a Luma, great. If you didn't, well, why? The
Yeah.
other people got a Luma and didn't do anything.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Millers. Rebuttal. Not that I think this idea is good, because I don't either, but rebuttal. I found my Luma Barnshi in 8 Barnshee encounters. Did I hunt for it?
I think you just broke Millar's.
Did I hunt for it? Because other people have taken months, 6 months plus to find theirs. I found it in 8 encounters. Did I hunt for it? Because
Holy
I don't
cow.
really think you can call RNG hunting. Yes, sometimes it takes a really long time, but then other times it doesn't. Is it unfair to people that it takes some people 30,000 encounters where it takes other people 4? I mean,
You tried to get it though. Like this is
sure, but if you're going and catching 400, you're trying. Luma hunting and panson farming or free temming are essentially the same thing, except free temming requires a little bit more time and effort because you don't just run away.
I guess if the amount that you need to free is super high, then I can see it being okay.
I think
I
it
don't
would need to be increased. I don't think 400's nearly high enough. I mean, if you want a chance at a Luma egg, work
I would
for it.
think that it's like a yearly thing or like a monthly thing, not just
Yearly. Okay, that's yearly. What's the point?
Wait, before Gaijin says anything else, we're moving on to the next question. Gaijin's on my side. We're in agreement. We're good.
I'm not on your side at all.
I'm kidding.
Strong man. Well, I appreciate the question, and I do think that, there does need to be some type of other reward to increase engagement. I don't think a Luma egg is the right answer. Because I do in a sense agree that you didn't really work for it. Like, first of all, catching one Luma can be incredibly difficult. And yes, as someone who has suffered for 9 weeks without a single Luma, I know the pain. I know the frustration. I will not lie, it burned me out. I love Temtem still, but yeah, it hurts. Like, it sucks because that's what I do. I Luma hunt. And when I'm sitting here for 9 weeks not getting anything, it gets really frustrating. But I don't think that that's the answer. I would like to see some type of reward though. I don't know what that would be. Maybe bonus pansons or like
maybe
I
an
don't know.
exclusive custom like outfit or something like that. That would
I
be cool.
want cosmetics back, but Ya already said that it's not happening.
Oh.
So
I would like it to be cosmetics, something for the house, something for your clothes. I don't know, just something, but not a Luma. I do feel like that's not a great idea, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot please everyone. Every decision you make is going to be unfair to somebody, and some people will get lucky, and a lot of people won't with this. And then more people will just complain that, well, this person got a Luma out of theirs and I didn't. This is a scam.
yeah,
BS.
you can't please everybody, so let's just please Strongman and introduce this idea. No, I'm joking. I remember this was actually 2 different ideas I suggested. One of them half jokingly, the other one, like the Luma egg, was like an actual idea of like something I thought would be interesting. Uh, as far as like where I stand on this, I guess it is originally my idea, and I'm gonna say something super duper dirty that I don't know, we might lose viewers for,
Here we
but
go.
I hate loot boxes, but I love opening loot boxes. Like, it feels so good to just open a random box and get a bunch of goodies. I hate
Does it?
I hate the concept of loot boxes, though. I hate having to buy loot boxes. But to me, in Temtem, eggs are like loot boxes to me, where it's just like, it's so much fun. That moment, like watching an egg hatch and just like sitting in anticipation of just like, oh, is it going to be a Luma? Does it have the right trait? Did I get like lucky on any of, if I did like any type of gambling with my stats? Because sometimes like when I'm breeding, I'll use Tims that have like 2 or 3 SVs and 1 additional fert than they have.
Now,
And if some of that gets transferred like beforehand, like, because anyways, sometimes I am able to produce 7 SV Tims that have more furt than they should if I get a little bit lucky on some of the rolls. And it's just like, I love those moments of like right before I roll an egg of, did this, come out in my favor? Did I gamble and get like a little bit, like an additional furt? Like everybody who watches my streams and like watches me do stuff, they're like, oh, so many of your perfects have like furt left on them. Cause like I don't know, I roll in really weird places like with my breeding. And it's fun. I like watching eggs hatch. So I wouldn't be opposed to an organization giving us eggs
Can
as rewards, but I'd like it to be separate from free Tim.
I'd like to ask. Well, first of all, it wouldn't make sense with free Tem. Here, you caught all these Temtem and released them. First of all, you beat up these Temtem, caught them, released them,
Yeah.
because it makes way more sense than just not catching them in the first place. But by the way, here's an egg to keep.
Da-na-na-na.
Like,
I do
doesn't
think
make
it's
sense.
some other things in Temtem.
Not that
Yeah.
not that free Tem makes sense in general. But let me just ask, everybody in chat that has attempted to hatch Luma Onihirs by breeding them or buying eggs, how does it feel? How does it feel?
All right. We'll move on, Gaijin. Point made.
Yeah, well, no,
Point well
let's wait for
made.
the response because it feels horrible.
Yeah, but
Because the
imagine not
1 in
having to pay for
800
them.
is a nightmare. I don't care. It's a nightmare. 1 in 800 is
Fair.
awful. Awful.
The
Magical one, $7 million
million.
down the drain.
Oh my gosh.
Ban
Pansons,
eggs.
Pansons. Let's not get
Whatever.
Magical One
I don't
banned.
care. Matt, I refer to pan cents as dollars. When I think of money, I think of dollars because dumb American.
Fair. All right. Do either one of you want to say any more on this before we move on to the next question?
Strong man, I love you. And I'm sorry. I agree, but I don't agree. There needs to be something, just not eggs.
All right. Our next viewer question comes from Magical One.
Yeah,
Magical One
the
says,
Genshin player?
yeah. Still plays Temtem. I saw him on
I
Plus
know.
OP's King of
Dude
the Hill.
Dude is nuts.
All Luma team. Yeah. All right. Magical One says, or I guess, do one of you want to read this? Or do you just want me to read it?
Sure, I'll read
Millar's
it.
go.
Okay. Go ahead, Millar's.
How would you feel as a comp player? You have one full box of comp tems, non-dupes, you choose for your team, and the pick and ban phase starts in that screen. Instead of choosing squads of 8 and then banning only 2, the reason I ask is period. The reason I ask is because there are some people that talk about how there's too many counters right now, and your team can't account for everything. So if you have a pick and ban phase, and yeah, that pick and ban will be a little longer in terms of time, but the selection is much more. Okay, that's interesting. So like you choose from a box for your team.
Yeah.
Instead of already having a preset team.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're talking a full box in Temtem standards, which is 36, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
Maybe 30.
It's like 30. Yeah, it's 30.
30.
You're correct, Millers. Because it's 5 by 6 or 6 by 5. One of the two. Anyways, it's 30. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It would take a long time. You'd be hard pressed to keep people that interested. People would just be random clicking. Okay, ban pick. Just give us a randomize button at that point. I love you, Magical, but I think a randomize would be way better. You choose a box and it has all comtems in it, and then just randomize.
I like the idea, not the entire box part of it though. Like maybe instead of 8, just have 10 Temtem, because then you can work around your counters a little bit better, and it's not still like a ridiculous amount of Temtem that you need to prep and TV train.
Yeah. I just opened up my box on stream. Everything with a star on it, which is let's see, 6 times 3 is 18 plus 5 is 23. I have 23 perfect stat TV trained Tims. So it's just like as much time as I spend on this game, even I couldn't like fully compete in that. So yeah, that gets a little bit scary for me on the TV training, but they do have a draft mode on the roadmap that I'd be very interested to see like what that format would be. Like if each you and your opponent like submit like 10 or 12 Tims and then you guys like draft one by one from the list.
Ooh, yeah, that would be
That'd be
good.
kind of cool. Yeah.
Never seen that.
I
At
still
least on a
maintain
Temtalk thing.
randomize.
Yeah,
Random Thames, random stats, random everything.
Just
there was a go ahead, Millers.
oh no, I was just saying, just like in Pokemon Showdown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There-
just pure unadulterated nonsense.
There was a guild. I think it was actually PDX that was trying to get some players together who wanted to compete in a random tournament. And basically, what would happen would be each junior opponent would submit 10 Tims, and then they would use a randomizer and pick which of the or which 5 of the 10 Tims you are using. And then they would also randomize the moves of just like what moves they had available, and then you would those moves would be randomized and like thrown on there. And it got I got past the idea stage, but I don't ever know what happened like to it, because I know they were trying to throw a tournament like that, but I just don't think it had enough steam to interest people.
Interesting.
Mm,
I don't really know how that would work. It
Yeah.
seems really hard to pull off. And a
Yeah,
little too
it is.
confusing.
Like, as
yeah.
somebody who's doing, like, I'm doing the PvP league right now, and I just have so much more respect for all of the people that organize events like this, just because it's like it's so much work to make sure like these battles go off without a hitch, and just to like ensure competitive integrity too. It's wild.
Hmm. Yeah, the way I think that would have to work is like somebody, an impartial third party or whatever, an event maintainer would have to go and like catch a bunch of. I think the only way it works is they go and catch a bunch of random Thames or whatever, and you know,
Uh
there's that.
so
Level them up or something.
I have a quick question for you guys. We are we're doing okay on time, but we might go just a tiny bit long tonight. Are both of you comfortable with that?
Yeah, sure.
And if so, I have one final question. I have another listener question I didn't put in the notes document that got sent to
Mhm.
me on Discord. If you guys are cool with going a little bit long tonight, I'm going to read it
When
out.
has Temtem ever gone short?
Yeah, I know. I think we've had like 3 episodes that have been an hour and a half.
We're at least 11, so 12.
Yeah, 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. We do
We're
1
like
out of 10
6
on
hours
time.
away from my bedtime, so.
Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. All right. So Talakai writes in and asks, my question. I have a personal issue with I haven't pre-read this over, so I'm hoping it's not like super mean. I have a personal issue with the Hoka spot in Temtem. It's not that it's small. It's not that the bush has a low encounter rate. It's not even that you keep falling down the rock climbing wall. I feel you on that. I feel you on that, Talakai. No, my problem is where it's at. It's on the first island. And it's a place where you go to hunt 5%, and I've been farming it for the better of 3 weeks. I keep looking down in local chat to see people asking questions like, how do you get up there? Or what are you guys doing? I do not like how easy it is for new players to see. I don't want new players' first interaction to be silence from the community. It sends the wrong message. A little bit long-winded, but do you think it should be moved, or it should move the Hoka spot higher up, further back, or off down a path to the left? Can you guys help suggest a way to present
Uh-oh.
to Krima? Oh, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I just paused for a second. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think we're
The
good.
okay,
the
cool beans.
stream or
I think it was Discord. Just pause for a sec. Sorry.
Okay, all good, all
okay.
good.
Yeah, Discord breaks.
Can you guys help suggest a way to present Krima that this is a bad design and not the way it should we should be introducing new players to the game?
Yeah, I agree with that. You can just make it a little bit higher. That wouldn't take all that much resources. Just like boop it up a little bit so that players can't see it unless they
Yeah.
climb.
The little boot.
Or put like a little sign at the bottom of the steps. Here you can see Luma hunters in their natural habitat. They're looking for a very rare Temtem. That is what they're doing, and that is what is up there. You can get here by completing this quest or X amount of whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it would even be like that difficult. Like, probably just put an NPC like they're like looking up, like maybe a kid or something, like, boy, I sure wish I had the gravitonic plate so I could climb up there. I hear there's a really rare Tim up there, or something like that. And then it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah, that would be
oh, okay.
perfect.
Or even have like a UI person there that's just like, you can really tell when somebody has like the spears over their head and that they are focusing hard on their Temtem knowledge. Because that's just like another UI thing of just like, oh, I'm talking to these players and they got spears over their heads. They're not ignoring me. They're in combat and can't see the chat UI as like
Oh,
the other thing.
maybe. I think sometimes the Luma Hunters will just ignore chat completely because they're not like looking at the screen though. Like I'll
Yeah,
just
fair.
feel like
So
this.
many Luma hunters just zone out. Like if you're not streaming or even streaming, like Millarz, Kennedy, you guys know you're not paying attention. You're not looking at in-game chat. You're
Whoa,
looking
don't
at
call me
stream chat.
Vonlin. I pay attention to both in-game and stream chat.
You're a liar. You pay attention to stream chat, or if you're not streaming and you're just a content consumer, you're not really paying attention to Luma hunting either, because that would drive you nuts. That would drive you insane. 2,000 hours of Luma hunting, paying attention to nothing but the game itself.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
No
I was
majority.
just saying I've never ran from like 4 Lumas from not paying attention.
Yeah.
Wait, has Vonlin
Vonlin.
ran from 4 Lumas, really?
I might
Yeah,
be inflating that number by one. I
Vonlin
don't
just likes
remember.
the attention. That's all it is.
Oh, he's not here to defend himself. Okay. Do you guys do you each want to move on from that, or was there any more that you wanted to add?
No, I mean, so my response was totally just jokey. The plaque explaining that these are Luma hunters and their natural habitat was mostly a joke. Um, I I
The
I,
podcast
I
to have an
don't think.
Australian accent too.
And here and then I can't do an Australian accent. I'm not going to try. But I think raising it up wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, it makes sense. It seems simple enough. Putting it out of out of there, but then again, they can see in the map that there's something there. But then, let's say they beat the game and they go by that spot and don't realize it's a spot because it's too high and they can't see grass. Then what? It, you know, I don't know. Or yeah, magic. Just make the grass deeper in, but that still would probably generate what's up there. But if they don't see people, because either way, like even if you make it higher, it's super hard because people will still be climbing up and down, and people will still ask, "What's up there? Where are
I
you
think it's
going? How do I get there?"
I think that's okay for them to see like them going to a mysterious place because that breeds curiosity. But like, there's not somebody like standing there ignoring you. They're just walking away. So like, oh, they walked away and didn't see the chat. That's fine. Meanwhile,
Yeah, that's a
somebody's
little bit better, seeing somebody
ignoring you.
climb and descend, I guess. But also, if
Yeah.
you're descending and they're like, "Hey, what's that?" And then the person just runs by them and ignores them. Same kind of idea, but not really. It's not somebody that's just sitting there for hours and being like, "Nah, I ain't talking to you. Get out of here."
Just remembered I never clicked record on the podcast, so it's like we've been streaming, but I'm gonna have to download this later. So
Oh,
yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
that's
All
not a
right.
bad idea, Muzz. They could make it like a cave up there instead. So this way, when they go in, it's a different instance and they can't see the chat. It's just inside the cave.
Oh yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how prevalent it is, like as far as like at the top of their list to do.
It's very not high, I can guarantee
Yeah.
that.
Because it's like I can't imagine who would like quit this game if like they get to like that one patch and it's like, what are you doing? Man, they didn't say anything to me. Scrub game, and then just like
Yeah,
leaves
I'm
Temtem.
I'm quitting I'm quitting Temtem and never coming back because somebody in the game didn't talk to me. Everybody is supposed to talk to me. I can't see that
Y'all
being a
said it was an
huge
MMO.
problem. Like, I just can't see it being a huge problem where people get upset because somebody didn't respond to them. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like in an MMO, that's kind of just assumed that not everybody's going to respond to you.
Yeah, and there are plenty of nice nice people that do respond too, so it balances out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes and no, but how often do you hang out in the Discord, Millers?
In the Temporium GG Discord or in the
The
normal one?
Temtem, normal Temtem.
I used to hang out in it a lot more than I do
Yeah.
now. I really don't
Do you know
anymore.
how often people get upset because people keep asking the same questions rather than doing a quick Google search because they could have found this information all on their own, but they were too lazy to do so. So they're in there asking people for
It's
the millionth
specifically
time.
Gaijin every single time. I'm
It's
kidding,
me.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
No, I actually haven't been into the official Temtem Discord in a month, I think, at this point.
All right, I'm gonna move us along. We will come back to this. I just want to make sure we're able to cover like all the stuff on the show. So next I have sound clip. Let's go pick a random one. Thanks, Von Lin,
Perfect.
and we are gonna go with this one, healing. There we go. All right, so we are going to move on to the highlights from the community. Let's jump into some Timtober greatness. I'll try and describe these on stream, and then if each of you want to comment on them, you are beyond welcome to. All right, so the first one is from Timtober Day number 12. It was a late submission. And let me make sure I am on the right screen so everybody can see what I am sharing. There we go. It is a mushi sitting underneath some large mushrooms, presumably on Tukma, and it's got its cute little big old mushi eyes, and it's just sitting there looking right at you. And
It's
this,
so cute.
yeah, I agree. And this comes from Julie. Was the one that tweeted this at.
Oh, look at
Temtem.
its face. Too bad it gets so ugly when it grows up.
How dare you? How dare you?
They fixed Mushuk's face, but
This
let's
just
be
coming in, I
real.
got some news that Gaijin's going on hiatus from Timtalk. He's not going to be here next week.
Surprise,
So
everybody! I'll catch you guys never, suckers.
I'm
I
kidding,
am
I'm
starting
kidding.
a new podcast called Talk Tem.
Okay, as long as it's not Milk Talk, that's patented. That's ours. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one. This came, I believe this was on the same day or like a day later. But it says, play Temtem, thanks for the fun game, Temtem fan art. And they
Oh
retweet.
my god.
Yeah, it's do you want to describe it, Gaijin?
It is a 2i, and it's amazing, and it's adorable. It's like very it's simplistic,
Or
but
minimalistic. Minimalistic, I would say.
minimalistic and simplistic are the same
Yeah,
thing.
fair.
You know, it's a minimalistic art style. It's a picture of a 2i, and then there's an orange background that's just there's no other like background. It's just orange background with a bunch of darker orange shapes on it. It's really, really hard to describe because it's too. I don't know. It's minimalistic but beautiful. I love it. This is amazing.
It gives me like Super Mario vibes for some reason. I don't know what
Oh,
that's like.
Paper Mario. Oh
yeah.
my god. Yeah, that's a perfect description. It's very Paper Mario-y. Mario-y. There it is.
All right, and this one comes from at J Artsy Boy, whose username is no PC, no digital art. Thank you for the share. All right, let's see. What do we have next? The next one, I guess I took one and then Gaijin took one. Do you want to describe this one, Millers?
Sure. Oh my. Oh, I've seen this one. It's like a dark purpley background with a Goulder, and then its mouth is kind of open like a what's that Pokemon that kind a Guzzlord? What's it called? It looks kind of like a Guzzlord to me, and then its tongue is sticking out, and there's a blues on the tongue. So a little, I mean, it's definitely very smoky and poisony and creepy a little bit. The shadows make it a little bit evil looking.
I feel like it has a bit of a I don't know if any I know you are, Kennedy, but I don't know about you, Millers. I don't know if you are much into the Marvel universe or not, but it feels very Carnage or venomy
Oh, okay.
to me. Like like the first time I saw this, I immediately thought Carnage. Just the whole Goulder in the background. It gave me a very, very Carnage Venom vibe.
The
Yeah.
glowing eyes that look into your soul.
Yeah, and Blue's the only, or well, not the only, but one of the Temtem it evolves and gets drastically slower. This one was for day 12, another late submission for Tim Tober, but Golder is too slow, so that was the quote they had. This comes from at Goyfoik. Goyfoik. I'll go with Goyfoik. And yeah, thank you again for sharing. Let's see, what do we have next?
Must says it looks like a heavy album cover. Oh, heavy metal album cover.
Oh yeah, I
It
could see that.
does. It
Oh,
does. I like that.
this one was really simple, but I absolutely loved it.
Oh.
Yeah, this one it's
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to describe it, Gaijin?
No, go ahead, Kennedy.
Okay. This one it's 3 Tims trick-or-treating. It's a Zalbian, or no, an Ori. An Ori.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's an Ori, a Saku, and a Genki, and they are all trick-or-treating. The Ori's like, it's got wraps around it like a mummy, and the Saku's like in a little ghost sheet as it's flying, and then the Genki has like 2 little witch hats on its horns, and it's carrying a pumpkin full of candy, and they're so cute, and they just look like they're on a mission. And it's Tim Up, Halloween is coming. This one was shared by Zexus at Adrian Illis.
It's so cute. I can just imagine them like little kids trick-or-treating from house to house.
Yeah, I love the expression like the Genki has. Let's see if I can like zoom in on camera, because it looks like, I don't know, the rest of them look like they're up to like so much trouble, and the Genki is just
Nailed
kind of
it.
like
It
there.
worked. You have to right click on it and open the image in a new tab. It's not going to work when you do it like that.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, there we go. Fantastic.
Yeah, you're welcome. I fixed it.
Hey, at least
That's
I
good.
already used Twitter
So
dark mode.
adorable. Yeah, I know. Thank goodness.
All right.
Oh, I just noticed Ori's eyes are glowing too. I like it. They're kind of like using the eyes as a flashlight.
Yeah. All right. So I think there is one more highlight from the community. Oh, the Academy. I'll talk about this later in the PvP thread. All right. So let's go to what we have been up to this week. Sound clip. Let's pick a random one. This one says violin battle music.
Nailed it.
Fantastic. I think what I appreciate most is Gaijin saying nailed it every time I just click a random sound thing. All right.
Just being supportive. I believe in you. You can
Got
do
this.
this. I can't organize anything, so I'd never be able to run a podcast. I need someone to manage everything, and I just show up and be moderately entertaining.
Oh, I remember what this one is. Vonlin always asks people like, "What's this sound clip?" And then he plays one, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
Can
right.
we get a normal? Can we get rid of the double plumps at this point?
Oh, the double
please?
plumps, they're gone. Consider them
Yes.
deleted.
Thank
Consider
God.
them deleted.
One whip lump is fine. Double whip lumps, bleh, come on. Or just better yet, switch it to FOMU, because it basically sounds like it's telling you to go bleep you. So
all right. So Millarz, as always, we let guests go first. But you can have the option of going later if you want. But what have you been up to this weekend game?
Okay. Well, what have I been doing? I've been playing Minecraft actually.
ooh,
I started an SMP. We're talking about Temtem though, right?
Yeah, we are talking about Temtem right now, but
to
we can
Minecraft.
talk about Minecraft later because I play on your Minecraft server and love it. Thank you.
Awesome. I actually have not been playing all that much. I did Luma Hunt for Kinnu a little bit on stream. Not going great. But we haven't hunted. I've been more recording, honestly. I recorded the footage for If Kinnu Could Talk with Lunar Dusk like 2 days ago. That took way longer than I thought it would. Holy cow.
Do you want to
'Cause,
tell
like,
people about that video?
Sure. So my latest video is If Kinnu Could Talk, and it's basically about if a Kinu could talk, what would it would say? I don't really know how to sell it. I'm so bad at this. How would you sell
Okay, how would I sell the video? So, yeah, like Miller said, it's what if Kinu could talk, and just kind of the funny situations like a Kinu gets into as it watches its trainer just make horrific decisions. And the poor Kinu never getting time to sit out on the battlefield or time to like do anything useful for its trainers other than throw out protector buffs. And then the one opportunity it gets to beta burst, it has to sacrifice itself.
it?
Oh wait, spoilers. Oh wait, that never happens. Watch the video for yourself. Watch the video for yourself. We have the video here. I'll share it in chat. So people can watch it, and we might watch it in the post show.
Right, sweet.
There we go. But yeah, I saw it. It gave me a good chuckle as somebody who always watches Kinu's die to Crystal Spike and Crystal Bite. I've never really stopped and thought like, man, what would my Kinu say to me? Because it's like for me, I'm just like, man, yep, I can really. My Kinu's got 3 protector buffs off at this time. At this point, it's at 50% HP. Yeah, I could throw away my Kinu here, and then just kind of eats, a big old crystal movement. It's packing its bags.
Yeah.
Rip.
I posted this on Reddit, and Suki, she replied to it. I'm like, oh my god, Senpai noticed me.
I love Suki.
Yeah,
Suki's amazing.
Suki's fantastic. Like absolute play of the game this week. I'm gonna jump into this one next, if you don't mind, Gaijin, and then I'll pass it over to you. I this past weekend, Temtem, I actually topped my highest TMR again. I got to, and I know like this isn't like super impressive or anything, but to me it is. I got to 1235, and I've been playing like my fun Zazair comp on ladder, and I got queued against somebody in the 1400s. So it's like one, there aren't a lot of people playing ladder right now, so I get matched against like people outside of my TMR range. But I got queued against somebody who definitely kicked my butt at one of Plus OP's tournaments. And I was like, why am I getting queued against this person? And I was actually able to take the game on them. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like really hype and really fun on stream. So yeah, I got to 1235. And I think it's about time for me to build a new team comp. So I'll be thinking about that all this week. And probably when I build my team comp, I'm going to build Gaijin's too, because Gaijin gave me all the Tims to do. Or rather the Tims that he wants. And Gaijin, like everybody says, or well, not everybody. Gaijin says he's like, oh, I don't do PvP, and it's going to take this and this and this and this and this. But Gaijin gave me like a bunch of Tims to TV train and build him a team with. Gaijin you were sitting on like 1,000,000 Pansuns worth of like competitive Tims, like easy peasy. You had
And now you are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm going to give them back to you. But you had like a perfect, an absolute perfect Nagais, and there was like another. You had like a perfect Riber, and I was just like, look at this home skillet.
2 perfect
chilling.
crystals, and
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I had a bunch of comp Tems, and I just don't have the time to or the desire to go train them. So I gave you all the competitive Tems I had. I think I gave you like 30 plus competitive Tems, and then just told you to make me a team, a team of just one team and call it good.
How'd you get all those, Temtem?
People are nice. The community is amazing. People have given me a lot of stuff, and a lot of it I've given a lot away, but people gave me stuff for competitive that I just never ended up using. But now I'm having a team built for me, and then the rest are just going to the academy so that people can actually utilize these tabs for competitive, and that they aren't going to waste, and that the people who donated them to me, they actually are getting used and not just being worthless box storage. I've wanted to get into competitive. I just don't have the initiative to TV train or learn everything, and now I'm having them TV train for me, and I don't have an excuse.
Yeah, I've been posting about the Tims I have to lend to people inside of like the academy, and chat's asking, is that where the lender Tims are coming from? Yeah, big sugar daddy Gaijin donated us like 30 perfects I gave away 2 of them to people because I was like, I can't, TV train all of these. And I gave away 2, and Mr. Rishi contributed a perfect Gaialis that I also gave away to some players who needed stuff. So I still have like 20 something plus Tims that I'm gonna like make teams out of and hopefully be able to like lend those out to people. And that's really exciting. I'm really thankful for that.
I
Time.
wanted to do something like that. Oh, sorry. Were you
Oh
saying
no,
something?
you're good. I'm in streamer mode and I saw like somebody in chat added me and Brain was like, read it. Like if you get a message, read it. But I also remember we're recording a podcast, so go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. I wanted to make a club like that, but I don't have enough Temtem to do that. And I don't trust every single person either. So
Yeah,
to like protect them.
to
It's hard.
it is hard because it's like people running off with Tim's is like really terrifying. I know personally I have like quite a few extra things that like I got a Gario at the start of the Kislewa patch because I was like, oh, this Tim is the truth. Like autonomy, like look at its stats, like this thing's gonna be good. And I put it on my team, and Gario's not good. And so I have like a
No.
fully trained like level 58 Gario that I'm never gonna use. It's not worth like any Pansons. So I was just like, well, I'll just let people lend it, and if somebody steals it, at the end of the day, I haven't really lost that much. Again, at the start of the Kislewa patch, I got a burglar Volfi, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do this and this and this and this with it, and I TV trained it. It's max level. Burglar Volfi, not as amazing as Team Elusive. So I have a Team Elusive now, and the burglar one's worth like 10k Panson. So it's like, oh, I can lend this out to somebody, and again, if somebody steals it, I haven't really lost that much. But my thing with the academy, when I'm lending Tims out, I tell people like, you have to give me collateral for the stuff I am lending to you, and of course I can't ensure like everything's going to be traded back and stuff like that. So there's like a risk management that goes with it. But generally, people like their OT Tims, and they like the Tims that they play through the story with and enjoy and have like some special bond with. So it's just like, oh yeah, I traded you like 70,000 Pansons worth of stuff, and you've given me Tims that are worth 200 Pansons if I release them, but you have an emotional connection to them, and that emotional connection hopefully will mean that later we can trade these back and be okay.
That's smart.
Prez oh yeah, my brain's in streamer mode. Prez BOT worth more than my OT. Rip. I'm sorry, I cut you off, Millers. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay. I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Did
okay.
I?
I don't know. My brain was derping out. So Gaijin, did you want to go, or did you already go?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't play Temtem. I
Oh,
didn't play Temtem
I'm
all
telling.
week.
Y'all's gonna be knocking on your door tomorrow.
I I definitely have been a bit burnt out. I mean, I know I know Luma hunting isn't a guarantee, and I've told people time and time again, manage your expectations, and it's still a very important part of Luma hunting. But at this point, the only reason I actually play Temtem is for the community. Just to hang out with people that only like to watch Temtem or chat about Temtem or hang out with me when I'm playing Temtem. I do it because I love the community. Everybody here's so amazing and so nice, but I haven't had a huge drive to play it. Um, kind of
Or
because like there's just like I don't know. Luma hunting in 9 weeks of no Luma has really got to me. The first 5 weeks, the first time when I went 5 weeks without a Luma, that was pretty rough. I felt a little bit better after I got one, but then 9 weeks without it, a little bit more rough. But,
I
you
feel it.
know,
I
Yeah, I
feel it.
totally get
So we
the
gotta get.
community is the only reason I play Temtem at this point. I'm waiting for some new content. I still love the game. I still really enjoy the Lumas and Luma hunting and just playing it. Um, but
So
I've got hold on, let me see here. Let's see how many hours precisely. Between my two accounts, because I have one I know you can't count 2 accounts and count them as different time slots, but I do have another account that I played that I couldn't play my main account on at the same time. So, it does count. I've got, just over 2,000 hours into the game. That's a lot in 6 months, or however long it's been. I don't even know at this point. Um,
I
but
think
that's a
that
lot of
that's
time.
I think that's a good jumping point for jumping into the community events and tournaments, because like I feel you on that like the community is really what drives engagement with the game. And that's one of the things that's constantly like kept me coming back, is just all of like the fantastic friends that I've made in the
Oh,
community,
yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
included. And it's just like, oh
You
man, I
don't
just
have to
get to.
lie. You don't have
No,
to lie.
I enjoy your presence, Gaijin, and to be honest, we don't play Temtem enough with each other. So uh
No.
one of the reasons why I started the academy, getting more people into PvP. So
You
I'm gonna
gonna do Pookie Lock with me? You're gonna co-op
Pookie
Pookie
Lock.
Lock? Yeah, you're gonna co-op Pookie Lock?
I've
Magic
gotten
magic crap lock?
I've got
Pure 1SV Pukies?
They better all have revitalize. I have an alt. I
They
have an alt that
don't.
we can play through.
They don't. They were made
It's-
they were made before Revitalize was a thing. They're just
Rip.
1SV Pukies. Thank you, Munch and Play.
Rip. Potentially. But yeah, and we'll get Nuzlocke in the future too. We'll get a Nuzlocke. We get a whole
But I
game mode
don't
for
think
it.
you can co-op Nuzlocke though.
Fair.
No? Why
I
not?
because what if the person you're playing with stops playing? Then if you do a co-op, like, it's, I don't know. It feels like it'd be really hard because you're only allowed to catch one Temtem per route in a Nuzlocke challenge. So what if that person gets ahead of you? What if you get ahead of them? You have to play at the same exact time all the time, and I'm not sure how they would handle a co-op Nuzlocke
Yeah, that's true.
because
And I
there's a
guess
lot of factors.
I wonder what would happen if you co-op with someone and then killed your co-op partner's Temtem in a Nuzlocke.
You'd lose a friend. I mean,
All right, so we've just revealed Millar's is chaotic neutral inside inside of as far as like the Temtem co-host alignment chart.
homicidal.
Yeah.
Homicidal.
Right.
All right. But yeah, let's jump on to the community events. Imagine a sound clip playing right here. Boo-boo! So
Perfect
this,
sound clip.
yeah, I would argue that's chaotic evil, Fresby. Yeah. This week we had Club Wars. It was Exotic versus Divine. And Exotic won the match versus not Divine, Dynasty. That's the name of the club. French or Exotic French won the match. They took it 5-3, knocking out 5 of Dynasty's players. Because of how Exotic won and that they beat Divine in the manner that they did, the way the scores worked out, they put our Divine Dynasty in the way they did. They put Ronan guaranteed to come in the top 4. Then Ronan also played this weekend. The club Ronan went against Karth's club, which is Yup, and Yup won 4-5. It was a really, really, really close match. Unfortunately, I think Ricky Tan is back playing, and Ricky Tan was playing amazing, but I think something happened in the final match where either Ricky Tan DC'd or was just like thinking way too hard. But they rested three turns in a row. And yeah, Ronan unfortunately lost that like last match, which meant that they lost versus Yup. But because of Exotic French's victory over Dynasty, Ronan was still guaranteed to come in the top 4. Prati was an absolute monster for Yup. Prati played a Doom comp and it was looking absolutely indestructible. It was kind of terrifying.
You know what I hate?
What?
Doom comp.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Doom's fun. Doom's fun.
I love it, but I hate
Yeah.
the idea of Doom at the same time. Like I don't ever want to verse a Doom comp. I don't have the technological know-how to address it and
Yeah.
handle it. I am not. See, one of my issues with comp is I'm not quick on my feet.
Well,
So
you don't have to be though. You have like 40 seconds.
Yeah,
no,
the other
but that
beautiful
time
thing,
starts to run out though.
it does. The beautiful thing about Club Wars though is you get like 10 people in a call together, and so you have like a 37 galaxy mine coming together to like make the plays. And the clock really does become an enemy because it's like you get so much discussion of just like, oh, if you do this and this and this, and then you can set yourself up like this and this might be a better play. And it's like, wait, let me calc this. And then, it's like by the time the discussion's finished and you're like clicking the move, you have like 3 seconds left on the timer. So
Overthinking and underthinking are very much the same problem.
yeah, that is very true. So after this weekend, we are into the playoffs now of Club Wars. We're in the final legs of the competition, and the standings are the Paradox Engine (PDX) came in first place, so they will be they have a bye all the way into the finals. Yup came in second place. They have a bye until the semifinals. Enigma came in third place, and Ronin came in fourth place. So Enigma and Ronin will be playing this coming week to determine who moves on to the semifinals to verse Yup. That said, I signed up to play. So, well, I didn't sign up to play. I liked the post saying that I was available to play. So if I get put in, I'll be playing for Enigma. If I don't get put in, I'll be casting it on my channel, cheering them on. Really, really ridiculously exciting. I want to see like more clubs in the future participate in some of these events that the community is putting on. Before I jump on to the next one, do either of you want to like jump in and say anything on it?
To be honest, I haven't watched it yet. I really want to get into it eventually, but yeah, not yet.
I
Yeah,
just want to say,
go ahead.
What?
y'all lucky. Boo Crew isn't involved in Club Wars.
I would love to
You're
see
welcome. I
Boo
do
Crew
you
throwing down.
I do you all justice by not coming in and destroying all of you. So, um, PDX, Enigma, Yup, Divine. Divine's one, right?
They used to be. They're Dynasty now, and then a lot of
Dynasty.
them joined. A lot of them joined Enigma too. So
What is pluses again?
Transcend was
Transcend.
in the first couple weeks of this tournament, but they actually dropped out to scheduling issues, which was like really sad.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Because it was like nice having like a more expanded like competition, but yeah. And then Turby also, just player news. Turby, I think, is switching clubs. Turby dropped off the roster of I think Exotic French was who they were playing for. So really interesting to see where Turby goes. Turby was freaking fantastic.
Uh-oh.
The next little bit of news, we haven't discussed this in depth on the show, but I have started the Academy, which is a new player. Oh, Turby got bought. I wonder who bought. Oh, by Transcend for 3 million fan sons. All right. That's the
What?
best way to. So Turby's playing for a different club now, I guess, for an exorbitant amount of Pansons. Hey, if you make Pansons playing for someone else, I would play for them too. Anyways, though, I started the Academy, which is a PvP league for newer players, and we started our competition. We kicked it off this week, thanks to Gaijin Boo, who donated a lot of Tims for the prize pool. I still need to raise a little bit of Pansons to be able to give away, but yeah, people have been tuning in and loving the competition and learning a lot. So ideally, when this is done, we can inject like 20 new faces into competitive Temtem. Also, Millarz and Gaijin are going to be competing, later this week in the Academy. They don't even know they're putting on an exhibition match, but congratulations.
Okay. What?
You were just both volunteered against your will. Wonderful. All right,
Rip.
let's move on to the next section. No, I'm kidding. Do you guys want to say anything on that?
I
About
joined, but I need to fix my team first. I don't know if I have time. We'll see.
Are you gonna have my team ready, Kennedy?
If I don't, you can borrow mine. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say about the Academy, and then we can get on to our main topic. We're only like near the end of the show. The other thing I wanted to say about the Academy, I want to use it as an opportunity to open as many doors as possible for people who want to like engage and connect with our community. So if you want to join it, you're more than welcome to join and compete. But also, somebody messaged me that they were interested in learning how to cast games and asked if they could come cast some of the Academy games with me. And I didn't even think that that was like an area that I could help like teach and introduce people to. So if there's like any aspects of competitive like Temtem and community engagement you want to learn, like if you want to learn how to organize tournaments, sure, like hit me up. I'll gladly throw some responsibility at you. If you want to learn how to cast games, hit me up. I'll gladly let you cast whatever you want. You want to learn how to play and be better at Temtem? Hit me up is what I'm saying. So like this is our chance to just engage and help like grow our community. And let's jump on to our main segment. This I will play a sound clip for, and healing. There we go. That one. So this was one where we can all contribute, but this is one of the main reasons we brought Millarz on here. What is our main topic tonight is what it's like to be a Temtem content creator. Just I guess like kind of going through some of the mindsets we have, like why we do what we do, and what if it's fun for us, and just I have a couple questions for Millarz, and Gaijin can also chime in too, and hopefully we'll like walk away from this with some like
I
pretty
don't
awesome
create
insight.
content.
Well, your face is content, Gaijin, and that's not an insult. That's not an insult. That's a compliment.
We'll see.
So yeah, I guess just starting off the discussion, like we can start anywhere you want, Millarz, but if you don't have a starting point, I would just ask like that question I wrote of like, what do you like doing in game?
All right. Well, I like doing competitive battles in game. Although I tried doing it on stream once, and oh gosh, I did too many games and my brain just melted, and I felt horrible for the next 2 days. So I'm reducing the amount of competitive battles I'm doing. I also like Luma hunting. I started my YouTube channel because I thought there was like this niche for the how-to guides on Luma hunting that just wasn't there. Like, no shade thrown on anyone, but the guide that I found was about somebody said, "Hey, I found my first Luma yesterday, so here's how to do it." And I'm like, "Good for you, but I don't know if you're the greatest source to be taking on Luma hunting, but I could do this. I recorded some stuff on it, so I'll just try it." And I mean, that video's been going well, I think. It's the first video that I ever really posted on my channel that I made. Um, Yeah, it's kind of difficult now because whenever I play in game, I'm usually either streaming or I'm recording for a video. I don't really have time to play, just like enjoy the game anymore, which is kind of sad.
I feel that more than ever. I stumbled onto 2 hours of free time this past Sunday, and I was like, oh god, what am I gonna do? I guess I'll play a game. And I was on call with somebody. I was like, this feels wrong. And they're like, why? And I was like, I'm just playing and having fun. And it's like, what's wrong with that? I was just like, this is content for my stream. This is, I should be, there's all these other things I need to do for like, as far as like creating videos for my YouTube channel, uh, you know, making sure I have content for stream, making a schedule for the Academy. And it's just like, I'm just playing and having fun. Am I allowed to do this?
No, you're not. You're wasting your potential.
I
Shame
know,
on
right?
you.
I did
The audacity.
I did I was Luma hunting, and well, no, I wasn't Luma hunting. I wasn't Luma hunting. I was breeding, and then I did like one battle off of stream, and I was like, I feel like I should just start up the stream right now. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life.
I feel that. I feel that. Like, even if I do have time, though, I don't want to burn myself out on the game because I need to do it for videos or streaming or something. So I just save it for then.
Okay.
Yep.
Like
So
my
Yeah.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna like I thought that was like a good place to like ask the next question of just like what's most fun for you to do, and does it differ from what your viewers enjoy watching?
Well, I usually Luma hunt in game, like, that's what I've done the most. It seems like the viewers are okay with that because they just stay and chill and talk and stuff like that. I like doing competitive, like I said, but I cannot manage to stream while also doing competitive. My brain falls apart. I'm
uh,
really bad at multitasking, like horrible at it. So that's why I never really started streaming. I started streaming to advertise my YouTube channel, and then streaming just kind of like took up its own little part in my life now. So now I stream just to stream. It's
yeah,
weird.
I think that's like super interesting. And Gaijin, feel free to jump in too. Um, I know personally, like on this one for me, I the most fun thing for me to do on stream, and I don't know, like a lot of people might sour their faces at this. I love free timming on stream and just hanging out and talking with people. It's probably like the most enjoyment I get out of my week is just my morning streams where I free tim and chit chat with people. But I know for my viewers, I get the most viewership and the most people like sticking around and hanging out when I do competitive battles. And it's just like I have to like mentally prepare myself of like, all right, I'm gonna do, 3 or 4 competitive battles straight like right now because people enjoy watching this. But if I had my druthers about it, I'd just be a professional free timming
Oh
streamer.
my god.
Oh, I totally understand that. Oh my gosh. Like,
It's essentially Luma hunting, though. Like, especially if that's all you do, it's essentially Luma hunting. It's the same thing. I mean, that, like, right now, the one thing that connects all of us is like we're all just doing one or two or three different monotonous tasks. Like, I mean, competitive can be a little monotonous after you've done it all day, every day, all week. Like, yeah, the battles can differ depending on who you're versing, and it can be a little bit of a change up. But, free temming and lima hunting is not. There's no change up. There's no diversity to that task. And a lot of the people that come in and hang out just want someone to talk to while they're doing this monotonous task to take their mind off that monotonous task, even if the person they're watching is doing that monotonous task. Like, it's a solidarity thing. We're all in this struggling together.
yeah,
And
that's
we
very
all lift. No kidding.
But yeah, like, you know, it it I feel it too. Like, I haven't really played Temtem just off stream. Like, the only time I do is, like, when I'm not lima hunting, free temming for Dumaga, because there's just I just don't stream Temtem enough at this point to do it all on stream, um, but yeah, same thing as you guys. I don't really do it just for my own enjoyment at this point, because I've connected with the community so much, and like I said before, the community's the reason I'm here. It's the reason I play this game. My enjoyment is playing the game while streaming so that I can talk to people here. Because everybody's just so wonderful here, and they make the game for me.
All right. So this is Tim Talk. Oh, go ahead, Millers.
what? Oh, I was just gonna say I totally understand that. Like, I didn't have anything to do last Friday or whatever, so I just went Luma Kinu hunting because why not? And then I just talked to people, and that was nice. That was like really the only reason I Luma hunted for Kinu. I'm probably gonna do that today too.
Yeah, I tuned into that stream. It was like super pleasant hanging out.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
so this is Tim Talk. We enjoy this game and we praise it when it deserves praise. But we're also critical and we talk about the hard hitting subjects and we have open and honest discussions about them. So I'm going to bring up
Sometimes.
sometimes I'm going to bring up a dirty question that I feel like has been on the back of everybody's mind who's ever like tried to make content for this game or has has streamed it. Does the fear of a growth ceiling ever scare you when you're creating content for Temtem? And if you need more clarity for that, for like the people listening, there is just kind of like a certain measure of success you can kind of look of like when you're investing in anything, and you can say like, let me go to Super Smash, who is the most popular person on Super Smash doing like the biggest thing? How, if I was the most successful person on this, like what would that look like for me? In Fortnite, what's the most successful person doing? What
Mhm.
is the ceiling for how big I can grow in doing this, and how much of my time is it worth? And a lot of people, when they're deciding like what content to create, will have like this thought. Um, and I guess like I'll just ask it first to you, and I won't provide any more clarity, and then I'll chime in on this too. Anybody can tackle this one first.
Okay.
I'll start. Um, I I never streamed before. I never even considered really streaming until Temtem came out. And honestly, I don't think I could have picked a better game to start with. I think this is the best game I could have picked to start streaming. Yeah, the ceiling at this point in time is not as big as other games. You're not going to get thousands of viewers here. You're not going to get even hundreds of viewers here on most days. Plus, OP is probably the biggest name in the game, and he pulls in, on average, when we're not brand new content release, not doing a huge tournament, just streaming, he pulls in 70 to 120, which is still massive. Um, but like right now, a normal person streaming Temtem can expect maybe 5 to 20 viewers. Like that would be good, but like when I first started out streaming, there were a lot of people here and it was hard, like no offense to anybody streaming now that has made affiliate in a week. Uh You guys have it easy. Like with less streamers here taking up all the viewers, it makes it a lot easier for people to get recognized for the content they provide. So, you know, most of the time in a big community like Fortnite or um, League of Legends or anything like that, where you have thousands of streamers, you will get overlooked. You will not find a big viewer base for quite a while. Um, But it's
Yeah.
really easy in Temtem. The community love here is strong. The community is small. And as long as you are, you know, a good person and you are, trying to improve the community, or provide something for the community and all that, you'll do well. It's very easy to get, a consistent following and people that want to come hang out because right now there's just not that many people.
Can I jump in right there, Gaijin?
Sure.
And I think that's something like super duper interesting about like Tim as a community, where I would say the growth ceiling is kind of low on Tim, whereas like I think of like the game piece, and Millers, you might not think of yourself like that successful, but I would say off the top of my head, you and the game piece are probably like the two most successful YouTube Tim content creators that I personally have seen, that I follow. And it's just your videos compared to like other games might get like a couple thousand views, where other games get tens of thousands of views, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Tim community is ridiculously hungry for content, and you can be like a smaller content creator with like no real platform, and the community, like Gaijin said, it's like so loving that they will thrust you above the area that you would get to starting in any other game. And I've seen this like in other people with other games. So but I just I don't know how well like the community follows other places, but the community is what the community is. At any given point there are only 500 to 700 people online in the game at any given time. So it's not like, you can have this amazing growth
Wow.
potential in like a week, but then you're kind of going to be like right there where it's like the community knows who you are, the community enjoys your content, the community keeps consuming your content, and then you're just kind of there. And I think that can be very scary for some content creators. Like you said, Miller's earlier in the episode of like, if Temtem dies, then you die too. And this is really real for me because I make D&D content and storytelling content on my YouTube, and I am ridiculously happy for like 20 views because there's so many people doing like what I'm doing, and I would get like a follower like every month, or maybe like every 2 weeks. I'm like, oh my god, a new follower. How can I nurture the seed and be so nice and welcome them and stuff? And it's like when I do Temtem live streams, I get like 25 to like 30 people watching. And then when I do D&D live streams, I get 5 people watching. And it's just like, oof, I'm really hoping this I'm really hoping this Temtem thing doesn't go away anytime soon, because otherwise, I don't know, it's like really nice. I like for me, it's a very like love project thing where it's like I make D&D content because I want to make D&D content, and the more people who engage with my content means the more people I get to engage with, and I get to share like this thing that I really enjoy doing with like new people. And it's like, so at Temtem, it's just like, oh man, I just get to share like this game with people that I enjoy. But it's like, if Temtem dies, it's like, well, I guess I'm gonna go play, Genshin Impact with 3 people, or I guess I'm gonna go, stream League of Legends to like the one person who enjoys like playing and watching League of Legends with me. And
Yeah.
it's so surreal, I guess, to be a part of the Temtem community. And it's just like, yes, we get this huge big interaction, but this huge big interaction is what our community is, and is what our community is going to be for like the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I think we got so lucky getting into this game when we did, like Gaijin said. I also got super lucky at the very beginning too. Like my first Temtem stream, it was called Test Stream. I was just seeing whether or not my computer could run the game. And then Saga raided me because Amatsun recognized my name from YouTube, and suddenly I got like 20 viewers on my first ever test stream. And that has been such a blessing. Like you said, it's a lot easier to get viewers now since there aren't very many people streaming and stuff like that. And YouTube helps a lot actually. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos about how to stream and how to get more viewers and stuff like that. And one of the main things they say is to start a YouTube channel and make how-to content. And I
Hmm.
guess I accidentally did that for streaming.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get when you're not live, you're not getting viewers. You're not going to get followers. And it's if you want to continue to have growth even outside of streaming, you need to make secondary content.
Yeah, exactly. What was the
So,
question?
oh, say it again.
What was the question again?
Oh, does the fear of a growth ceiling ever scare you with creating content for Temtem?
Um, so I started my YouTube channel with the kind of gambling thought that the game is going to get bigger. Like, not as big as Pokemon, probably, but bigger. So I made my videos, at least the first few ones, with the intention that they're not going to do very much right now, but when the game comes out fully, it'll pop off, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Pop off, let's go.
Pop, pop.
Uh,
Yeah.
We'll s-
To answer
I,
that question, I I I don't do this to make money. I have 2 jobs currently. I'm lucky enough to have that. Um, I do this as an outlet to interact with people, whereas I live in a small town and there's not really a ton of people that are here all the time. So for me, it's just an outlet to interact with people, make some friends, and share my experience with other people in this game.
yeah, that's fair. And I don't know, and I don't even think like growth ceiling has to scare you on the idea of like money. There's a lot of people, and we've talked about this before on the show, who will look like at the Steam charts of a game and was like, "Oh, that's a dead game. I'm not touching it." And it's just like, well, still a lot of fun stuff to do. It might be a dead game because we have 1900 hours into it, but if you're just trying it for the first time, you might have a lot of fun stuff in front of you to tackle. But also
Yup.
Miller's, I feel that one of my friends started streaming Temtem, and I was like able to raid them on their first night of streaming too, and they popped off at like 14 viewers of just like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yeah, this is the Temtem community. We love supporting each other here. Uh,
Nice.
I guess I'll have one another question that I didn't write down on the document, and then we can like end up for the night. Uh, so this will be kind of like a fantasy question of just like in an ideal scenario, because
Oh, are
there
we role
is
playing?
sure, I'll go grab my D&D books. They're on the other side of the room. But no, on the Rizzy though, it's probably not well projected to the rest of the community, but if you're a content creator, you can get it by kind of either reading in between the lines of the communication Krima sends out, or by directly communicating with Krima. But there is certain type of content that Krima likes promoting above other content inside of their community, and certain things that they want to help the community engage with, that they will put their force behind, rather than other things that might not be at like the top of their priorities currently. And I started the new PvP league, the Academy, and I was super super duper lucky to have support from Suki on it, and
Ooh.
to get a retweet off of the Temtem, official of Twitter. And that just like helped the Academy have such a good kickoff that people, felt a legitimacy with it. They felt that it was like an avenue of the game that was like supported and that they could engage with and feel, safe and comfortable like jumping in. And that first stream had like 70 people watching it, which was like
Damn.
absolutely mind blowing to me. Um, so my question to each of you would be, in your ideal situation moving forward as content creators for Temtem, what does like your ideal Krima support look like if Krima was like supporting you as a content creator?
I
And I know that's a big question. Go ahead, Millers.
I entered the singing contest in hopes that I could funnel them into my If Temtem Could Talk video at the end of the video, and
Mm-hmm.
also to show them like, "Hey, I make content, please watch me," or something like that. That was like my ulterior motive for entering that contest.
The
Uh,
sneaky.
yeah, haven't gotten retweeted yet, but like I said, Tuki actually commented on it on Reddit, so that was nice. I would love to get a retweet or something like that, or not even a retweet, just like posting it on their Twitter. That's like my ideal goal, I guess. My ideal short-term goal, I should say. I don't know really what other support there could be. Maybe on the Discord, but that's not really. That's like come and go.
Yeah. Gaijin, how about you? Do you have an answer, or do you want me to tackle it while you think?
Go ahead and tackle it while I think.
Okay. All right. So for me, in an ideal situation, there's the community, like you said, Miller's, the Discord. It would be kind of cool, but yeah, it's not like really viable. There's a community events channel on the Discord, which is which gets like I think it gets like looked over a lot, and it just doesn't really like live up to the hype that the community events should have. I would like a just like how they do like the art just like how they do like the art thing on Twitter every single Friday of like, here's a bunch of posts from like artists making fan art for our game that we really appreciate. I would love like some type of weekly engagement content with like content creators for their game, of just like, hey, this is like a video by like the game piece and we thought it was really helpful because of like da 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 da, or this tournament is coming up, on like this coming day, if you want to enter into it, these are the people that you should talk to. And or this person, is like very fun to watch when they're like live streaming on a consistent schedule of just like once a week, just some shout out of like a content creator of just like, here's the people creating content for our game while we're in the in-between process of like also creating content for our game. But like, thank you to the lifeblood of our community just for consistently being there for us. And here's like our just kind of flip of the coin of just like, good job, or somebody that we enjoy engaging with as Crema, and that the community might enjoy engaging with. I think that would be really cool. If I could go a little bit further on that thought, and then I will move. Oh no, then I'll let Gaijin go.
No, just moved right past me as
I will.
usual.
I will
No
not. I
big
will not,
deal.
Gaijin. It reminds me of Hearthstone.
Steamroller.
The Hearthstone launcher, like once every other week, they would have like a streamer and then like a little bio about them and like a click on there of like where you can watch like that streamer. And I thought that was like really cool of just kind of like a shout out of just like, hey, here's our community. I don't know. I don't know if there was like any behind the scenes like stuff of what you had to do to be featured on like the Hearthstone launcher, but I don't know. I thought it was really cool. But Gaijin, did you have any thoughts on this?
I yes, kind of. I think so. I've seen some games do like affiliate programs. Um, and being an affiliate, you get, I don't know, some type of items or whatever, but like, you get other support from them as well. I'm not really sure what it really entails, but I know that, like Sea of Thieves has a partner program, and well, not affiliate, partner program, not affiliate, partner program. So like, you partner with the developer, and as a content creator, you're promoting the content, you're promoting the game. And they have their own guidelines and stuff, of course. They call it the pirate code. Temtem could call it the tamer code, because obviously you want to promote a healthy community, because that's one thing I am a little worried about. When Temtem grows and we get a full release, you're going to get a bunch of new people, all wildly different. There's going to be a lot of new streamers, and not all of them are going to be as optimistic and helpful and nice and cheerful, because that's just the way it is. You look at League of Legends, there's some great, amazing people, and then there's some really freaking toxic people. And unfortunately, it's impossible to be on the internet and not encounter toxic people. And
No.
there
We
will
couldn't
be
even
toxic
keep
streamers.
we couldn't even keep Gaijin Buu off of Temtalk, so
I know,
I'm kidding.
toxic AF.
Go ahead.
Um, but I don't know, something like a partner program where
That would
they
be
they
cool.
I'm not exactly sure everything that it would entail, but just, they have like on their website a list of partners and links to your Twitch pages, YouTube pages, things like that. And help introduce people to content creators that meet a specific guideline. Because obviously, they can't just pick favorites. I don't expect them to just help me just because, oh hey, I'm a content creator, notice me senpai, retweet my stuff, because there's a bunch of
I
people,
agree. I
there's a
agree.
bunch of people. And I think part of being a streamer involves not being obnoxious about that, not hounding the developers to just help you build your content, help you become popular. You do it yourself. I started streaming Temtem back when it was busy, back in February, when there were hundreds of people here. There were multiple pages, you scrolling down to load to find people. It took me 2.5 months to break over 10 viewers consistently. It took me over, I think it was like 2 months or something to get affiliated. It was really hard. And, by creating quality content and all that, you
Consistency
can,
too.
yeah, consistency is also key, which I know I've been super bad at, but still, consistency helps. I was super consistent, and that helped me get to where I am. Um, Granted, I'm not as consistent now, but we're working on that. But yeah, creating quality content, consistent content, and just creating a good place can really help people grow. And by having a partner program that kind of requires that, I think that would be really cool. Because they get partners get like skins and stuff, just like a little reward for playing the game and bringing people. They get stuff from the company, not necessarily monetary returns, but like cosmetics and game or whatever, and stuff to give away. Like it'd be super cool if Karema was just like, here guys, here's 5 copies of the game to give away on stream. Like
All right.
essentially it cost them nothing, but it's something they could do for a partner program. So I think it would be cool to get some engagement and interaction between content creators and Crema to do that. Just because, yeah, there.
Uh,
I can go on
yeah.
forever. I'm gonna just.
We'll end it there. Let's do our closing and plugs, and then we'll do our turn 30 right after our closing and plugs. So thank you everybody for listening. We have been discussing what it's like to be content creators for Temtalk, and big surprise, we all create content for Temtem. So I know, right? You can go and follow us in different places. As always, we let the guest of honor go first. Millarz, where can the people find you?
Okay, well, I'm on Twitter and YouTube and Discord. You can probably go to my stream and there's links to that. Yeah, I'm doing a giveaway in 5 minutes or like whenever this ends on my stream for like Perfect Temtem, and there's a Luma Genki too that Blankness gave me so I can give away to people, which is awesome. I'm gonna try doing giveaways on Temtem every Monday, like after your stream basically at midnight, which is in
Okay.
5 minutes.
Nice. And for the people listening on the podcast, you can go to twitch.tv/Millarz, and that's spelled Millarz.
Right.
And I'm assuming your Twitter's under the same username?
Actually, no, it's underscore MILLARZ.
Okay,
'Cause there's
underscore.
art killers, apparently. It might be me that I forgot.
All right, be a cool person. Go follow Millarz. Gaijin, where can the people find you?
Twitch.tv/it's Gaijinbu. I'm also on Twitter, same username. Snapchat, same username. Instagram, same username. It's Gaijinbu. I'm a lot of places, just not Facebook. ITSGAIJINBUU. I have been taking a little bit of hiatus, but I do plan on streaming some Temtem this week and picking back up a couple of days a week here and coming back and streaming a little bit of content. I just need a little break, but I'll be back.
All right. I make D&D content on youtube.com/PresbyKennedy, and I do Temtem gaming content on Twitch. And you can find me on twitch.tv /PresbyKennedy, PresBKennedy. And I'll address that comment in the post show. All right, let's jump into turn 30. Imagine a sound clip for yourself, if you will. Whip lump. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the one I was gonna go. Oh no, I said we were retiring the double whip lumps. That's the last time you'll ever hear that sound on Temtalk again.
Thank goodness.
All right. So Millarz, as always, guest of honor, gets to do the turn 30. This is a segment where we talk about something that's interesting, oftentimes gaming related, not always, that just, isn't Temtem.
All right, so should we talk about Minecraft or the puppet thing?
Whichever one you want, we'll give it like 2 to 5 minutes.
Tell you what,
we'll go into the post show.
Let the chat vote. Do you guys want to hear Millarz talk about puppeteering or Minecraft?
How about we do puppeteering and we talk about Minecraft in the post show, because we did talk about Minecraft like 2 weeks ago on the show.
That's true. Puppet? Sweet. All right,
There we
well,
go. They want the puppets.
I do like assembly shows for little kids ages K through 3rd grade or something like that. Or at least I did before the virus hit. I can't really do that now. But yeah, I would just take like little puppets with a partner, and then we start talking about bullying and things like that, and like how to like tell a grown up and things like that. I have a puppet upstairs. Should I go get it?
Yes, a million times yes.
It's not the puppet we used. I made it myself, and it's not technically finished.
Even better.
Wait, let's do that in the post show. So yeah, let's do it in the post show. It's fine, Gaijin. You only have to wait a few minutes. That way the
people came here for puppets and they don't get to see one.
Well, yeah, but they'll get to see one if they watch live
Yeah.
on Twitch. So I did have a question, but now Gaijin removed it from my mind. But with the puppets, was there like any I guess like training or storytelling like practice you had to do for that?
Not too much. I did get training for it. I was kind of interested in puppets before I joined the puppeteering troupe, I guess you could say. Because I like acting, but I'm Asian female, not many roles. Um, Puppeteering is nice because it doesn't matter what you look like. You can just do a funny voice or whatever, and then that's the character. It's
Yeah,
like acting, but more.
I guess that's like where my question was like coming in at was that I haven't known puppeteers, but I've listened to like some puppeteers like talk, and they talk about the craft much like a theater actor talks about, you know, the like the stage or I guess like being on stage as like a actor in like a regular theater show. And like that's what makes me think of just like what's it like as far as like the training and the things like you need to do to prepare to be a puppeteer. Uh, but we will talk about that in the post show. Any last things you want to say to the viewers before we end up Tim Talk? And this will be where the podcast ends.
Oh, tataroo. I should do a tataroo, but I haven't warmed up my voice.
It's too late. Do it.
Okay, I'll try.
And Discord broke it.
All
I heard
right.
Tonto though, so that's good enough.
I'm gonna end the podcast here, and this is where I'll cut it. But everybody stick around. We'll do a post show for a few moments. Thank you everybody for listening. Have a great day, and we're back here every Monday night with a new Tim Talk.
Awesome. Wait, is it okay to talk now?
I'm leaving this in. I'm playing music, but you guys can't hear it.